Ladies and gentlemen, STS here for another simple review. And this movie right here, it was a random, and I'm going to say as much as I can in this film because I don't have the film with me. And it's been a couple days since I've seen this film, too. But let's just talk about it. Mostly it's just basically going to be talking about the film. I mean, I'll give you some points of the film, and maybe you can go out and see it for yourself. Because you know my reviews, I've missed some stuff, but I just basically my thoughts. And well, I went on Watch Mojo before I was at my grandma's, and I was looking at these movies, and like I was looking for these 60 comedies from the 60s, like the comedies they had at the time, and they had a. But they and then number one, I think, or number two, something like that, was this Peter Sellers film. Now, Peter Sellers in Dr. Strangelove, he's with Georgie Scott. He's also the Pink Panther movies, which I do got that. I got the first Pink Panther, so we might see that in a while. The review for that. But this film here was The Party, which that's what we're going to talk about, is The Party. And just because it shows screenshots, and that's basically what it is. It all starts with Peter Sellers, this is a 1968 film, directed by Blake Edwards, who's directed Pink Panther before, but this is not a Pink Panther movie, per se. He's a different character, but he plays this Indian, I'm trying to remember the guy's name he plays, because I'm not going to be able to understand it. What's his name? He's Hirandi V. Bakashi, or something like that. And he just played, it's basically, this film is just unbelievable, funny as hell. It's basically slapstick. It's all these set pieces, basically, of his inspirational comedy talents. It's basically, this comedy is based out of a fish out of water premise, which a bungling Indian actor actually gets invited to a lavish Hollywood dinner party and makes terrible mistakes upon being ignorant of Western ways. And it's considered as a comedic classic. This film has got to be one of the most funniest films I've seen forever. I've never seen my grandmother laugh in tears for this. I mean, I can get it. But first of all, he's the actor. He's like, I don't know what that do. Oh, it's like, oh, with that voice, I can't do it. French, or like Indian. That's what he is. And well, he's in a movie set, big star in this movie set, and then he accidentally hits the part of the set, which they were going to destroy, but they didn't have. Well, they were going to destroy it anyway because of some bomb thing. Because they had a thing where dynamite was hooked to the set and was going to blow up at a certain point. Well, this dumbass, Peter, whatever it was, Sellers, because I'm not going to say his real name, but Sellers' character, he ends up, Sellers just pushes it when he's trying to tie his shoe. And it all just goes to hell, and then, you're out, because he keeps on fucking up with shit, which I thought was funny. And he gets that. And then the director calls the producer of the film, saying, like, this guy something needs to happen to him or whatnot, ruin his career or I don't know. But he writes his name down on a piece of paper. Then his secretary goes like, hey, where's that guest list? Can he call for the guest list for the party? No, it's on the wall. So he ended up leaving in, but he realizes that because there's a piece of paper down. He wrote the name on it. He wrote Peter Sellers' name, his what's his name? Hirandi, on the guest list, added on to it. So there's like printed on a typewriter, and then he wrote his name on it. So I thought that was hilarious. And then later on, you see him, he's taking a bath or something, and he gets in the mail. And then that's when all hell goes. He goes first in the gags, and it's all slapstick comedy almost was. Like Jerry Lewis. Jerry Lewis is entertaining, and Peter Sellers is entertaining. But he ends up going, and he has a small car, a 3-wheeler, and he parks in the middle of these two cars where they can't get out. He just gets out because there's no doors at all, where he can get out the door, but he can just get out like it's a convertible. And he starts his fucking shit up. He's the one like, well, who the hell is this guy? You look at him and he's in the party like, he talks like this, and people's like, well, I can't understand this guy. But he didn't recognize this, well, he's the producers and whatnot, because they don't realize who the hell he is. He didn't recognize this cowboy-looking kind of dude, and he's with some French chick or some chick, whatever. But he's basically on a TV show or something like that, he knows. And he's an actor, and he's like, oh my God, it's you! I want to see you, And he starts just messing with him, and he befriends with him, and everybody else just keeps on fucking up left and right. Another gag is if he keeps pushing buttons, and it's an intercom. He's like, oh, He keeps saying, everybody's like, what the hell? They're looking at him because he's just making the noise of the intercom. Then he keeps pushing buttons. Like there's a button at the bar which it can just move back inside where its original place was, and they're trying to drink and everything messes up. Then every time the waiter, he gets some vodka and brandy shots or whatever it was, scotch or something, he's like, no, I don't drink, you drink, or something like that. The waiter keeps on taking shots, and he's drunk the whole time, and it's just funny. Well, the first thing is he loses his shoe. That's the first gag, and the first little, and then he tries to get it, and he gets it, and he throws it, and he gets it in the hors d'oeuvres. So, oh, fine, I'm gonna have some, and then he just took his shoe, and he didn't get anything out of it, and the waiter's like, what? Then you got the dinner scene, which they're all in dinner, and Hermione has to sit in this little seat. He's behind the doors, and the waiter keeps on fighting back and forth with the lead waiter. You can see the push door doors and him choking him because he keeps on fucking up. It's awesome. It's great. And then you have Columbine, or I can't say her fucking name. Well, you have, what the hell is she on here? She's on this film, and she's on. Well, I guess she wasn't on here. Oh, Claudine, that's what her name is. Claudine Longet. That was her real nickname or whatever. But Claudine, she plays, she's with some wise ass who just wants her body or something. He's a producer. And his way of getting in, you gotta have sex with him or something like that just to get in the game. And I felt like, well, that's kind of stupid. She pulls him away, and then, but Peter Sellers likes her because she's this good singer and whatnot. Or with the scene where she's singing, he's loving it, but he has to pee, and he's been trying to find bathrooms, and then he goes in one door, it's the woman's restroom, and then he goes in another door, and it's the waiters and whatnot smoking a doobie. Would you mind? Oh. But it just keeps messing stuff up. Like he goes in, he finally finds a bathroom upstairs in the private bathroom, and he gets it clogged up, and all the toilet paper goes everywhere. He destroys the painting. It's all this shit is just hilarious as hell. And then you can talk about the big thing. The big scene is the big bad part. The producer's daughter comes home with her activist friends or something. They come with a painted elephant. And then Peter sees it, he's like, this is disrespectful. You can't do this to, So they end up giving him a bath, and that's when all hell goes over. I mean, before that, they had dancers from Russia come in and band play. But then Peter Sellers pushed a button again where the floor would come down in the pool. They all filmed the pool. And then, but the daughter came in with the elephant, and then it gets bubbles, and it goes everywhere throughout the house. Bubbles everywhere. It's all soaked to hell. It's hilarious. And they just want to know. And then the producer, when he leaves the party, he comes back and he goes, that's the guy. And he tells the producer that's him, and he just runs off anyway with what's-her-face. So basically all he has, he's like, you can keep this hat, because his cowboy friend, the actor, gave him a hat and autograph, and he's like, you can keep this hat, and I'll get it back sometime next week or something. He's like, I like you. I like you very much. That's how it ends. I mean, it's not really, it's a very fast one I want to do. I enjoy this a lot. I mean, this has got to be, you don't think who we are, but you know who we are. I like this. This was a good film, and it's great. It's a cult classic film, but it's pretty damn good, and I enjoyed it. Is it replayable? Hell yes, it is. It's a replayable. There's more gags you'll see throughout the whole film, or whatnot. It's a 1960 film. It's a great comedy film. I recommend it. I give it an A because it's something that just laughs and laughs, keep laughing going on. So, The Party, I give it an A+, because it's so damn good, I'll watch it again. So, not really much of a bad review, but it's something I got in my mind out, so I want to get that done. So, enjoy and have fun watching The Party. Peace.